A man brandished a gun. His name is Jesse Garrett. He's been arrested at a Schnucks supermarket in Missouri. Last Tuesday, he had more than 10 items in the 10-item or less line. Quite a few more items than 10, apparently. So an employee came over and said, I'm sorry, you can't use this line. You have more than 10 items. To which he lifted up his shirt to show the end of a revolver. And he said, oh, really? I'm adding this item. And the employee backed away quietly.
Paper or plastic?
You're next, sir.
And the guy apparently bagged up all his items, did the self-checkout, and started to leave. But the employee had called the police, so police got there, and the guy saw the cops coming, so started walking back into the aisles.
I bet he did.
Cops came to him and said, we were told you brandished a weapon at the front. He goes, oh, no, I don't have a weapon. Well, they found it under a cereal box. Like he had put it back on the aisle.
Behind the muesliks.
Yeah.
Yep, of course.
Put it behind the muesliks.
No one's going to look there.
And
Yeah,
they,
nobody's
and
gonna
they
look at
found it, and they found it, and said, "Is this your weapon?" He's like, "All right." And he said, "I was just joking around." He said, "I just lifted up my thing to show the butt end of the revolver."
No joke.
What? No, they weren't. The guy didn't take it as a joke, and he was arrested for. And it was loaded. The gun was loaded. Yeah, and so, and he said, I just wanted to get my items and get out of here. But it didn't matter. Once you show the gun, that was it.
It's true.
You recall the time I made the joke about the 10 items or less?
Yes.
Yeah. That was when a guy at self-checkout put his manhood up on the scanner, and I tried to make the joke about it being a bargain bin. 10 items or it's the bargain bin. All right. Yeah, that's
It lives on.
25 years on.
That's
We're into this program. It's still the worst thing that's ever happened.
It's the worst thing that's ever happened on this program. 10 items or it's the bargain bin.
It never gets old.
And when you're around people who know the program, a lot of people will come up to me and just say, "Where are you headed? The bargain bin." 10 items or it's the bargain bin. I guess
My favorite is when somebody's been traveling around the country or something, and they stumble upon a store, like a local store called The Bargain Bin, and they take a picture and send it to us.
Exactly.
Those I
found
love.
it.
And you get a picture from the bargain bin. 10 items or it's the bargain bin. I don't know.
Bin.
I think
you better put your peeing back in your mouth.
that's I had to immediately go back
Your
to
southern boy, your southern girl
that
came out.
Yeah.
That came out. I don't think I've ever seen an employee go up to somebody bringing up too many items at a 10-item or less line and say you can't be here.
No.
Yeah, usually what you just see is glares from the people behind you.
Exactly. Like, how dare you?
Now, obviously, I don't go in grocery stores.
No.
But I will say, one thing that used to irritate me is when the person working the 10-item or less line would say, I'm not doing anything, and call someone over.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I know what happened to me. You get called over there where you got 25 items. And they'd be like, well, no one else, but then people would come behind you and line up.
Yeah.
And then you look like the a-hole.
Exactly.
Because they're like, it says 12 items or less.
Right.
And this guy, you want to turn and be like, I was called over here.
Yeah.
They told me
Yeah,
to come
they told
here.
me to come over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Listen, the first time we ever saw a 10 items or less, I'll never forget it.
Yeah, really?
You start counting the things in your basket.
Yes. My mother and I, now they opened a brand new Food Lion, at that time called Food Town.
Food Town.
Down in my hometown of Asheboro, NC.
LFPINC.
And boy, when they opened up that Food Town, we all were just like, ooh, something's going on here now. So we had just been Winn-Dixie A&P people.
That's all you had.
That's all we had. So we go into that Food Town, and my mother, we do all the shopping, and we get up to the front there. Now, we had 50 items, but my mother said, look yonder. And there was there it was. There it was. A sign that said 10 items or less only. And I looked at her and I said, are you kidding me? And she said, do you know what that means? That means you can go through that line faster.
Faster.
If you just came to pick up some eggs or something,
Mama, no.
That was so.
You had to go back in there and buy 12 items one day, 10 items, just so you could use it.
That we get out, she unloads everything. She goes, go back in and buy some milk. And I said, are you serious? And she said, go ahead and buy a quart of milk. And
Here's $1.
Here's $1. And go through that line that says 10 items or less. Woo!
It's special.
Oh, man.
Well, back then they were manned, right?
It was still
a human cashier.
Well, all human cashiers.
And they had to push the buttons to put the price in.
No scanners.
Yeah, and
or was there a scanner?
No.
No,
I don't
when
think
did they
so.
come in?
I don't think so. There may have mid-'80s for the scanner, I think. There may have been a scanner there, but all of them were manned. I mean, there was no self-checkout for sure. And we went through that. I went through it by myself. Mama took a picture.
My mama forgot meals.
She took my picture from outside. She's like, I don't want to come in there. I was like, wow.
My daddy says this line is witchcraft.
10 items or less. Wow. Couldn't believe it. Then other stores started getting in on it. We'd go to different stores. The A&P started getting one. Oh, I see.
Catching on to the line.
Blogger Jen, you're talking about going through the 12 items or 10 items or less. Go ahead.
Yeah, so one time when I was in college, me and my 2 roommates, we went shopping, but we shared a cart. We each got about 12 items, and we were in one cart. We went through the 12 items or less line, and we got a lot of bad looks, and the cashier said something. I was like, there's 3 of us.
Oh, I don't know.
But one vehicle.
Oh, I don't know about that. Just one cart. Blogger Jen.
Scofflaw.
Boy. And then... I hear you. I don't like that. I think you're monkeying around with the rules there a little bit too much. Thank you, Blogger. I still like you, but I can't believe someone of your character would do that.
I can't go for that. No can
do. Thank you, Blogger Jen. And then after that, every time we'd go into Food Lion or Food Town.
You looked over there.
Oh, yeah. My mother was like,
who's in a hurry?
Who's at the express lane, honey?
Do we know anybody
I count
over
13, Mama.
There's Aunt Linda. What's she doing in the
Are
express
bananas
lane?
1 or bananas 6?
I asked them that, too. I said, uh-oh. I tell you something else that Food Town had. They had those big barrels of like malt balls and stuff. Or, no, like the candy.
The bulk.
Yeah.
Bulk candy.
Yeah. That's $5 stuff.
That's another
Little
thing.
sticky fingers.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I'd have a few of those. And then we'd get to the counter, and my mother would say, he had 3 malted milk balls. And they'd ring it up, and she'd pay for it right there. Because I'd always eat
With
it.
your face looking like Augustus Gloop.
Can't ring up a half a penny.
No.
Covered in chocolate.
I always saw old people stealing from those in the grocery store.
Yeah.
I always wondered what age I'd get to where my audacity was just like, that's for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I can just take 5 gummy bears because I'm here.
Or grapes. Grapes are the
Grapes are-
classic.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I still
See?
do.
He's brunching in there.
If I'm spending $60, $75 on groceries, I'm taking a piece of something.
Now, wait a minute.
Just a piece.
I don't think
A
that's
malted milk ball.
I don't.
How dare you charge me for these? I'm having some licorice.
The store I go to, 6 of them's like $5. I'm not doing that.
I don't know about this, though, Dave. That seems like...
Look, you want my money or
well,
not?
it's tantamount to stealing.
It's not stealing.
It's tantamount.
I'm borrowing.
Borrowing.
We're not paying them
I
back.
don't think you're getting... I don't know about this.
I don't see many stores with 12 item or 10 item or less lanes anymore. It's either like check yourself out, or there's one big one that's usually open one, and that's it.
No, I agree. And I don't see too much bulk. Well, the grapes, of course, are just out. You can have those.
Oh, yeah, they're out.
Not too much bulk candy anymore. Some places still have that. They'll do that.
They have it. The market that's fresh has it.
Well, and then my father would say that's how they get you. They're charging way more for that than if you just bought it in a box.
Yeah, they know how to get you.